In this next video, we're going to talk about Google Assignments. Now, Google Assignments are neat because what it allows you to do is assign a student a template of what you want their Google Doc or their slideshow to look like. But when you distribute it to them, it creates a unique copy for each student in your course, and it creates a named version of that for you in your Google Drive. So anytime you do Google Assignment, what it will do is create a Schoology folder in your Google Drive. And then within that folder, you'll have all of your classes that are utilizing Google Assignments. And then within the course, you will have a folder for the actual Google assignment with all of the submissions listed there. Now, you don't have to go to that folder in order to view those submissions, but you do have the ability to see them from Google Drive. But you'll actually be able to see them within Schoology also. Now, if you are somebody who co-teaches, you will have to allow for that co-teacher to have editing rights to that Google folder in your Google Drive. So just for that course or just that assignment, whatever you need them to have access to. Okay, so to do Google Assignment, it is add materials and it is add assignment. Now, add assignment doesn't have to be a Google assignment, but here it allows you to choose Google Assignments. Now, if you're a Microsoft person, it works the exact same way, except you actually have the ability to do Microsoft OneDrive as well, okay? I'm going to give this a name, and I'm just going to call this Sharon's Google Assignment example, okay? Here I can give directions. Please fill out the Google document with your presentation. Okay, I can then click here on Google Drive Assignments. It's going to open Google Drive for me, and it's going to allow me to select from my Google documents that I have. So I can pick a slideshow if I wanted. I could say my middle school has a Chromebook. Now what? So I could pick any of these things that I have listed here. So I'm going to call this Smith Parent Night. I'm going to pick this Google document and I'm just going to attach it. And so then it'll tell you here, this will create a copy for your file for each student. So I can select when this is going to be due. I'm going to choose the 21st, give it a category of assessment. I can choose my rubric, individually assign, align it to a learning objective, which I am going to do. Okay, and I'm just picking one. Okay, I'm going to pick this. Okay, and then I can choose either grade statistics enabled or disabled and copy to courses if I wanted to copy this to a different course. I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Okay, so that will create a unique copy. Now I'm going to open up the students. Let's see here. It's a different browser. Do app. That is tv49.org. And I'm going to do Chief Blackhawk. What it is password changed to. Okay. So here you can see he has different assignments. And if we go to his upcoming, he should have one for Google. Let's go to his class. So Mr. Felder's second grade. And it should be at the bottom. If I go to materials. So here's Sharon's Google assignment example. And if I click on my document, now it may not open because I'm not signed as him. Okay, so I was able to sign into Chief Blackhawk's Google account. So here is the document. It is now open. So right now I am Chief Blackhawk. So as a student, I can start working on this document and typing. Okay. As a teacher, I have the teacher view open on the right-hand side. I can see anybody who's currently working on it. So these are the in-progress students. And then if Chief were to submit the assignment, yes, I want to submit. It's done. I can, as a teacher, hit submissions, and here is his submission. Okay. I can also see it in progress, how he was doing. I can give it a grade. 100. I can provide feedback to him. I can share any feedback to the gradebook with the student. So when they're looking at their graded assignments, they would be able to see the comment. Okay, great job. Okay. And say share, and then I can hit save. Now, if the student needed to change something, they could actually unsubmit it since if it hadn't been graded, but since it's been graded, they can't now. Okay, so they can see their grade, they click on comments, they can see the great job. All right, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go to the assignment and submissions. Okay, I can unsubmit this for him as a teacher. So now he has the ability to modify it again. Okay, so if I refresh this, you see he has the submit button again. So he can make his changes. Okay, this is in Google. It's in Schoology, but it's the Google tools. And then he could submit it again. Yes, I'm going to submit. Okay. And now if I go to submissions, I can see here it is. So if I wanted to adjust his score, I could. Again, because this is in Google, I have most of the tools that I need here that I would have. I can look at his version history. So I can click that. I can see 2 different versions, 2 different times. Those are both submissions. So if I wanted to look at those, I could. Okay, I'm going to go back. Any of the standard tools that I normally would use, I would have. The other thing I can do is pop this out. So I'm going to go back in a full view as a teacher. But if I needed to see it larger, I would have been able to pop it out here. So here is open, and that will just open it in a new tab for me. So now I've got the full screen. Still make notes and all of that, But to grade it, I would have to come back to the small window. Okay, so that is Google Assignments. You notice when I went over into the other browser and I was trying to open the document, it didn't open for the student. The student does have to be signed into Google for them to see the document. So it is looking for that authentication between Google and Schoology first before it will open that document for you. Otherwise, they should be good to go.